Hey guys, so I just thought I'd do another little video as I'm installing some coil spacers. Now that's an original coil insulator, and that's 10 millimeters thick. And what I was running is that you can actually just run two of them. You don't even have to trim them. You can just shove that over there, and you can run that. So what that does is you've added 10 mil, and it's got a 2-to-1 ratio, so that gave me a 20 mil lift. That worked really well, no issues whatsoever. But then I added my winch to the front, and yeah, sort of a bit of weight there, and I put some heavy duty coils on the front which raised it 40 mil, and then with only a 20 mil left on the back, it was a bit wrong. If I'd put any load in it, then it would have been arse down, and yeah, that's a pretty horrible feeling, and it doesn't look right, and it's not right. So what I did is I bought these 30 mil coil spacers. So the idea is you've added 20 mil compared to that, and so therefore you've got 40 mil of lift. So that's what that should do. With the original coil, I'm still running original coils. I don't carry that much weight in the back, so I find them quite fine. I don't want to. I have got some heavy duty coils which would give it 40 mil lift in the back, but I don't want that stiffness. It won't flex. It won't be comfortable. Just don't need it. It's not right for me. But I realise for most people that would be much better, but just not for me. But so here I am. I've fitted this, and there's something to note. The coil is located by the inside. There's a ring in here. I can show you on the rec. Maybe I'll do that in a minute. I'm not sure, but there's a ring of steel, and that locates the coil on the inside of the coil. And the thing is that ring is about 26 millimeters deep. So with my 20 millimeters of spacing, the coil was still located by the center. But now that I've got this 30 mil, I'm not sure if you can see that there. It's you can see this kind of big chunk of blue there and nothing really here, and you might think it's just not located properly, but actually when I look up inside, and actually I can possibly do that with this phone, which is not something I thought of before. I wish I had the light, some more light going on in there. So I think you can see that although it doesn't look beautiful, it is actually located. See that? I think you've probably seen by now that it's actually located on the coil spacer, but it's allowing the coil to skew off to one side, and because the inner thing is now not activated at the level of the coil. So you kind of might think, from an optimistic perspective, maybe I'll get a bar in there and shove it across and hope for the best. Well, yeah, I can get a bar in there. I can shove it across. Then it just goes back. And now this will compress when I put the full weight of the car on it, but I don't think it's going to compress to 25 mil. Maybe it will, but I don't think so. And it would have to compress to 25 mil for it to start to locate on that center, and hopefully it would center itself. But I mean, anytime your suspension droops like it is now, then it's going to be free to shift back if it moved into the center. So it's kind of even potentially worse that if it does sort of locate and then dislocate and wobble off to the side, whether it's going to start sort of moving around, which is possibly even worse than it just staying where it is now. So I don't know. There's guys that have run coil spacers. These are just a commonly available, off eBay or off the shelf item. So I'm interested to know what other people's experience with them has been. I'm tempted to cut 5mm off it, just so that it might sit better, and see about that. So I guess while I've got you, I'll quickly show you my rack, which is all dismantled. And you'll have a better idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, so there it is. There's the inner ring, and it's going to be awkward to get a good measurement one-handed possibly, but if I put that in there, slide that up there, so I've got a measurement of where are we at? There. Well, it's all got rather shaky now, but yeah, well, you might have just made that out. But anyway, it's about 25mm. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, catch you next time. See ya.